Alrighty, why do I say alrighty all the time when I start? Weird. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. I'm in the brew house. Surprise, surprise. It's pretty damn cold, but I do have Grant Baker's No Going Black IPA that he made for the Battle of the Black IPA competition. And what is it? It's 74.7 IBUs, 7.4% ABV. It's got Rewaka, Mosaic and Columbus. Check the bottle, thought I was doing pretty good remembering all that. Amarillo, Mosaic and Rewaka. Here's the label. Look at that. Stunning stuff. Great label. It's a little bit flat in the bottle, so I put my carbonation cap on it and gassed it up so that I can have another tasting of it, because I opened up the bottle and it went just like that. There was no hiss at all, so might have had a little slow leak in the bottle. So anyway, I've purged it of all foreign air and put CO2 in it, and it's all under pressure. I'll sit that back in the fridge and I'll try it again in a couple of days, just so I can have it with a little bit of carbonation, and then I'll do a proper review on it, because you can't review a beer if it's a little bit flat. You know, it's not Grant's fault that it went flat, it's the bottle's fault. But from what I can smell, it smells bloody good, and what I can taste, it tastes pretty good too. And in the weekend I shot out to Garage Project. Now Garage Project is a craft brewery in Wellington who are doing some exceptional beers. Here's some cans of some of the beers that they do. Actually, here's the reason why I went out to the Garage Project, was to pick up this little pack. So I'll just quickly cut to that shot of this little pack that I picked up, that I took before I started drinking them all. This is just a quick little look into a bag, just a little sneak peek into the brown paper bag. I picked this little brown paper bag up today, and it cost me 40 bucks. So let's see what's in it. Ooh, Garage Project. Alrighty, we have Smoke and Mirrors, Pills and Thrills, whoa, Death from Above, and Angry Peaches. And wait for it, there's one more. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, Coxswain's Courage Blended Porter. Now this is, I do believe, this one here is bottled 8th of July 2013. This brewed its own special requirements. Lord Coxswain's Double Barrel Blend is a judicious blend of freshly brewed courage and our brewery stock aged over 12 months in oak bourbon barrels, combining the rich licorice raisin vanilla character of aged porter with the lively sparkle and chocolate character of freshly brewed beer, and the result is complex, powerful and deceptively drinkable, just the way the lordship likes it. So look at that. This is the beer that they were doing the hot pokers with at Bevana, that you would have seen on that little snippet of Bevana that I put in. So as you can see, I shot out to Garage Project today and went and had a chat to Joss, and picked me up some cans of beer. Garage Project are one of the only craft pubs that are putting their beer in cans. Pretty labour intensive, they've only got a single canned rimmer, but well worth it, I reckon. So they were selling these packs as Father's Day packs, so I'm really keen to crack into these. I brought it as my own Father's Day present. Got a real Father's Day present coming. I just couldn't resist buying these stunning beers. Look at that. Cool stuff. This stuff is going to be available online as well through Garage Project, so you can pick up all the cans and bits and pieces and they will ship it to you. So, there we go. I thought I'd just share my little Saturday night lineup for you. I might just save the Coxswain for another night, but these four little beauties, I think, will be ending up in my tummy. But anyway, while I was out there, I had a chat to Joss, who works out there, and he's telling me that they're going to be upgrading. Currently, this is their 10 barrel system, and they're going to be upgrading their brew house to a 15 barrel system with 3 vessels. So what is that? 15 barrels is 1750 litres, so that suits their fermenters better. They've got 4 fermenters sitting along the back wall there. 4? I don't know, I can't remember. I'm not looking at the video at the moment, I'm narrating. And they're 2,000 litre fermenters, so instead of having to do 2 batches to fill up a fermenter, they'll be able to nearly fill it up in one hit. So that's pretty cool. And their new brew house is going to have its own dedicated whirlpool, which is cool for parties. Yep, sweet. Be able to have a little spa and some hot wort running around in a circle. But the main thing is it's going to have a mash boil tun, which means that they can mash and they can also do mash decoctions and stuff like that, which is going to be really cool. A lot of fun to play around with step mashing and stuff like that on such a large scale. So Josh said to me, when they get it all up and running, then I'll shoot out there and I'll do a little brewery tour of their new setup. They do some great stuff. Lots of fun to go there. Speaking of brewery setup, arm was getting sore. I've made some changes here. I have put a T connector on here so that I can connect up one of my little 12 volt solar hot water pumps, so that instead of water having to come out and go in and underlet the mash tun and also come in and go underneath and through the pump and pump up and come in on the hex and out and sparge, I can bypass that and I can pump water straight out from here and pump it into this outlet and in and up and into the heat exchanger and back out and sparge, leaving this valve free to drain the hot wort out and pump and in and up and through this valve and into the kettle. So now I can continually sparge and drain out, look at that, circles, in one hit. Well, that's what I'm working on. So it's just increasing the capabilities of my mash tun, because I used to have to pump into the top, leave this ball valve closed, and then stop this water coming in and turn the ball valve on, pump the hot wort out, and then turn it back on, pump more hot water back onto the top again. So this way I can have a continuous level of water coming through, so a continuous sparge. So that's fun. I've also added this to the top. This is a little air relief valve. This is currently at the highest point in my plumbing. And it's a straight line all the way down to where the March pump is underneath. So that means any air that gets trapped has got a way to come out, and this little valve lets the air come out, and then as soon as the liquid hits it, it seals off. So I've tested it and it works really well. I'm never going to have an air block in my pump anymore, because all the air is just going to go and then it stops and then the water flows. You remember a while back I had a draw for 3 Peculiar One ales that I was going to send out. That was for my 1000th subber competition. Well, this weekend I received 2 reviews back. I got one from Nicholas, Hophouse Brewing, over in the UK. He emailed me through this wonderful photo of him wearing a shirt, which I'm going to print out and chuck up on the wall of fame. But he also took this great photo of a side-by-side comparison to an actual old Peculiar One. Now, My peculiar one sort of evolved quite considerably since it was a clone, so it doesn't taste exactly the same. But it was very nice to read his comments and what he thought about the beer. And I also got a video response from Dan ABA over in Las Vegas. So here's a link, I can fit in between my fingers, to go and check out his review of my beer. Cheers Dan, and cheers Nicholas. It's great to have feedback from different palates, from different people, from as many people as you possibly can, actually. It's really nice because you get to learn a lot about what makes a great beer. And obviously everybody has different tastes, and it's really interesting. Dan picked out some of the real subtle things that I picked out as well, so it just sort of reinforces some of the things that I was thinking about with the beer. So it's good. Cheers. Thank you Grant Baker for a wonderful beer. This is a very nice black IPA. I do enjoy it. I will give you a proper review and some tasting notes with the carbonated up bottle, seeing this one was a little bit flat when I opened it up. But never mind, we always want to get the best out of our beers. So, cheers Grant, cheers to everybody that subbed, and I'm looking forward to hearing back our New Zealand people's views on the conscientious objector. Cheers, have yourself another one.